my husband always, researching, name pops up and he want to research it.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember he had me to look up Malachi York, I think it was.
Okay.
And we looked him up, and that didn't take root or nothing. He had me look up Daddy Grace, because he remembers him.
Right.
And we couldn't find a whole lot like I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we opened the business, we ordered these books. And there was this one book on the shelf that didn't sell. And then, Othello's Moorish Children in the New World.
Okay, yes. It's a very good book.
By Pimiante Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided, my husband always said, you can't sell these books without knowing something, Well, heck, we sell books. I wasn't trying to know everything. I still don't, just sell books.
Right.
Barnes and Nobles don't be knowing everything that's in their books.
Right.
So, so I peeped in the book one day and saw something about Noble Drew Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my husband, I said, man, this is that guy, one of the guys you're talking about, because he had gotten acquainted with it from before.
Right.
And so he started reading. Next thing, he's on the computer. You talked to Damiel, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So Damiel, he gonna set him up with Dr. Pleasant Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still gonna control him.
Wow.
He's still gonna control him. But that was a match made in heaven.
Right.
Yeah. And so
you just didn't know.
And and that just took off, and that has been the longest lasting relationship. And we expect it to last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a powerful demonstration right there.
And that was the, the manifested means.
Right.
Well, you see, Dr. Ellis Pleasant Bay, he liked me mainly because I was a little shoe shine boy and I was raised by the Moors on the block.
Right.
And we had a vegetable stand right across from Joe Teakin, which was the donut place. And that's where we studied at with these old timers. And I remember one of the guys telling us, said, now, the prophet liked for your idea of the head wrap, but he didn't like the idea of a Moor wearing a black head wrap.
Right.
And I said, why? It always bothered me. And he said, well, that was his policy. Lo and behold, I don't know why in the hell that I ended up with the black turban on and wouldn't go to the white when I knew better. I couldn't stand red.
Right.
I couldn't stand white. Okay? And it dawned on me one day. Black indicated mystery. Black indicated awareness. And then I got to thinking about it and I said, well, I'm going to do what my heart tells me to do. So I started wearing, and Dr. Ellis Pleasant Bay one taught me how to rap. I didn't know how to rap.
Right.
And he taught me. And I started out with y'all with nothing but with that black turban on.
Wow.
I had all that kind of feathers around here. I wouldn't even wear them. And I don't know what going down. I turned around and put a black fez on, but that's not really me.
Right.
And then I had it on Facebook, and I took it off of Facebook because it was messing with some Moors out there.
Right.
And they were asking about it, and I got tired of them too. So I just went on and put me and my daughter on there when I went to California last time and changed it. But I really done it because I really was thankful that I was able to see my daughter at this last time.
Right.
And it was very meaningful to me. And she had been relating with my daughter in a way that she opened my daughter up to be closer to me.
Wow.
And I admired it and didn't know how it came about, but I knew it was a gift.
That's right.
And so the last time I went out there to San Bernardino, me and her, it was totally different.
Right.
As soon as she come downstairs, she come and lean on me and hug me. And I could feel that love that I never felt because when she was born and stuff, I only could keep her so long because me and her mother separated. Brother said her mother ran off.
Right.
And I never had too much time to have with her with me.
Right.
But this last time we went to San Bernardino, I felt that child love. And I've been very secure with her ever since then.
That's a
And it was
blessing.
due to my wife. My wife constantly talked to her regardless whether I talk to her or not.
Wow.
She been talking to her for the last 5 or 6 years, okay? And she's very close with her. And Nikki, now I know Nikki is, and I can't say it about Sonia, because Sonia ain't been around a bit, but Nikki and her is very close too. And when I seen them together this last time on this visit, it just made me see everything was sealed.
That's a
Me,
blessing.
Nikki and I are somewhat alike. You know, we reach out and embrace, and we want to see people unified. There's a problem, you know, I try to make it happen.
I could feel the love all through the pictures you post. I mean, I was like, I ain't
Yeah.
never seen you post
No.
pictures like that.
And I hadn't done it before.
I know.
It's the first time I ever,
Oh, my
first time I
goodness.
ever took her on a picture with me and let it be seen.
Yeah.
First time.
That's
And to me, the child, all that separation to whatever it was to keep me from knowing her, it didn't do nothing to make the child come to me. It done just the opposite
Right.
than what it was supposed to do. So, but then it's a strange thing, like she keep holding me from my grandchildren some kind of way, and I feel that, and I don't know what's going on. Like
She did.
he wanted to know, the boy wanted to know, granddaddy, what's the address?
Telephone. He
Telephone.
wanted to know the telephone. That's was some time ago.
Yeah, but still
Yeah.
was done,
Yeah.
and she didn't want to share it with him.
Yeah, because grandparents have a, you know, grandparents and grandkids, they got a connection.
Yeah.
And sometimes these kids get a little bit jealous and
They
insecure.
do, yeah.
My daughter called me the other day, Nikki, and she said, Mama, I just wanted to hear your voice. I'm okay now. I've heard it. And she was going to hang up, and I just started talking to her, and I said, she said, I miss, she was talking, and then we got her hang up, and I said, she said, I miss you. And I was sleepy. And when you sleep, you tend to tell the truth. And I said, yeah, I said, I miss my babies. I miss my babies, talking about my grandbabies. And she said, wait a minute, I'm feeling some kind of way about that. She said, I'm the one to put in the time. I do a lot of work in this. You know, if you're missing them. I said, well, you know, you come along with them. She said, no, they come along with me.
I know that's right. They come
That's right.
along.
That's right.
They
That's
come
right.
along with me. See, I put work in. I don't work for this.
You right. You right.
Yeah, so.
That's the way it is. That's how real it is.
You did you grow up in the city or you grew up out in the country?
I grew up right here in the city.
In the city,
If something
okay.
ever happens to me, you got to look at every envelope. Because here's the Louisville Water Company. I said I was going to pay it, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that much. I done started sneaking money in here.
Mm.
And I was getting ready to throw it away. And I said,
Yeah,
whoa, this
money.
got a little one-sided here. And I said, here it
There's
is.
money in there. See?
She does
Yeah,
it
check
like
all the envelopes.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
check all
Check
the
all the envelopes.
No, you better check under the rugs, behind the couch.
We got to stash somewhere out.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Well, I tell you, sitting here talking, I have relaxed, but I was beat when y'all.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Yeah,
I was bushed.
yeah, long day.
So, Grandma T, if I asked you one thing you could say that you would want people to relate to you in your lifetime, what would you say it would be? How would people
His wife.
define you, or what would they say your part in your legacy?
Legacy?
Yeah, your legacy.
I think that I was here to deal with our culture. I've always been on who we are from a child on up. And I've always found the glory that was hidden about us. And I teach that all the time. And I don't teach it because it's designed to. I teach it because it makes me become. And it strengthens me to be who I need to be. So wherever I go, I feel I'm accepted because I have a gift. And that gift is my culture, my moral, my history, and all about me. And I'll use the word more, but I have to go back to Afrocentricity. Okay? I recognize all that, and I have respect for it. But I got a lot of respect about how do you really pinpoint my history to give all the merits to me that I'm supposed to have. So I got to understand that I came from different degrees to deal with my understanding of a melanated person. And right now I'm very cautious about the word black.
Yes.
Though I went through a series of blackness. Okay? But to me that is not the word to utilize now. That is a word of destruction or a word of slavery. Okay?
What's the word to use now?
To me, the word to use now is that I'm a Moor, but I got a bad thing. I'm a Moor by birth. Ain't no club made me no more. So I gotta let you know I can't be. Don't put me in no organization. Okay. Because my mother and father, I had to give them credit. They the one made me a Moor. Now what I'm trying to do is learn how to live up to it.
Be Moorish.
And be Moorish so that I can spread it for youth to have an understanding what they looking for. But don't deny my mother and father like I belong to some club, because I don't belong to no club.
That's
I think that's why I like the MANG, the Moorish American National Government, because it brings forth the bodies. It don't play club. And I can't understand why so many other brothers out here can't see it.
I can't either.
Why they still want to come up with that fraternity stuff and that club stuff over the nation?
That's a good question. They don't believe in themselves, I guess.
You know, how you gonna proclaim nationality and don't deal with a nation? And then you gotta watch that word proclaim.
What about it?
I got called out that the other day. I said, you know, you're talking about proclaim. Proclaim what? I was already born. I am that I am, I am.
That's right. Okay. That's the proclamation.
Okay, so why am I proclaiming? And what is it about law? I made law. I am law. Through life, you make laws. So why are you talking about a law made you who you are? They tell me that when a man got lots of sense and discipline, he don't need law. Law won't let a man be free.
Because it gives boundaries.
It's got boundaries. It's controlling. So for me to be a free man, I can't be governed by law. But I am governed by being intelligent. So what does that mean? It means that, do I have the knowledge of myself?
Because law is a tool then. Law is a tool. It's not the circumference. Then law is something that you use. That's and not something that encompasses you.
Humanity is not governed by law. Humanity is governed by knowledge.
Hmm.
Law is something to regulate something.
Right.
Right.
You hear me?
That's the law. Create a law. That's what make a when you put the seed in the soil. That's what makes it grow to whatever it is because the law influence.
Now, who is instrumenting the law? Who got the handle on the law?
Whoever creates.
And
the
what is he using it for?
Mm.
Even an attorney told you he came to turn you in. Didn't he swear his oath
All right.
that he was guarding it
Mm-hmm.
for the institution?
Yeah, the bar association.
Then why are you looking for him to set you free? You're not reading what's going on here.
All right.
You're supposed to know enough to set your own self free.
Supposed to.
What does he want from you first? A confession.
Mm.
Now, is it good enough for him to work with? If not, you're going to jail.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's serious. And that's why I'm saying to us, we have to be very careful because who court are you in?
Jurisdiction.
There you go. There you go.
Whose jurisdiction are you in? And that first, you got to know the status.
Come on.
The status is the first thing. You know who you are. Then
What is the status? And then they ask you what jurisdiction are you in. But they got another question they need to ask you.
so you got status. Then you got the jurisdiction, and next is the adjudication or the venue.
Who are you?
Right. That's part of the status. Who are you?
And by what book are you going to swear in on?
What is your creed?
What is your creed? They tell me the United States was built on Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
What you swearing in on? I'm on the Quran. You on what? I'm on the Quran. He don't want to hear your case. Why? Because you're out of jurisdiction
Mm.
and you don't know it.
Islam.
Your Honor,
Islam.
he's not my honor. He's your honor.
Right. Right.
Okay? Just this kind of stuff.
Right. Words.
Words.
Your Honor.
It's all about the words, the guides.
That dude come up and put his band on the book, my honor, and walked up there and said, your honor. Because you sure ain't my honor. You getting ready to persecute me. Well, I'm going to say my honor.
Mm-hmm.
He said you're supposed to say you are.
But it's something else. It's just little things that said, why are we doing what we're doing? Why are you being a Moor? What are you being a Moor for? What are you trying to get out of the word Moor?
So I got a question for you. Since your mother, she was the spiritual innate one who was community active, and it seems like you have taken that upon yourself. She passed that down to you probably more than your other brothers and sisters. Do you see any of your children having that, getting that from you, and
I
stepping
feel
that
that
way?
one is he even looks it right now.
Really?
Yeah. He got his what you call him, Lemro?
He's got his locks.
He's got his locks.
Got
and
his
all
locks.
this.
He got his locks, and he's yeah.
But the other one, the little yellow one, I had to get on him.
The little yellow one.
Yeah. What he said? Islam, my nigga?
No, which one said?
That-
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
He said assalamu alaikum, my nigga.
Yeah.
And the little yellow
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And I said, come here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nigga you. Okay.
Yeah.
That was so funny though.
So you said one, it might be taking on those.
Oh yeah.
That's your son,
Yeah. That.
Grandson.
Yeah.
grandson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Quentin.
Quentin.
Okay.
He's going.
I named him really.
And what makes you think? What do you see in him right now that makes you?
He's.
Go ahead now.
Go ahead. Now
The way he
that's
carries himself, the way he dresses. He could have been a basketball star, really. I don't know what happened with that, because he was going to college, because he was playing basketball real good. And I don't know what went down. I think he got mixed up with a gang, and gang banging and something. And they had to take him out of school and move him, where the gang wasn't jumping. Because his sister, Victoria, she was killed by gang banging and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and she was in the hook so bad it was pathetic. She was having children left and right.
Yep. Hopping baby.
So is he sort of active in the community, or is he speaking up as
Right
far
now.
as understanding who
His
he
daddy
is?
got him fooled with all that religious jungle bun and stuff.
Oh, okay.
See, his mama and his daddy were really into Christianity, but they divorced, of course. And his daddy, he called himself a little bishop of a ant population.
I can't word. She crazy. Okay.
So he's a bishop down there. He tries to be all, and so they had a wonderful stepfather, who raised them, but that man was a strong supporter financially. He worked all the time. So you tend to gravitate to that which you need. And he got to the place he needed a father presence. And daddy didn't do anything for him. Not a thing. But that's overlooked. So he goes to his dad, and that's overlooked because he's getting what he needs. I told my husband when we got married, when needs change, relationships change.
That's true. That is so true.
And so his need was no longer being supported,
Right.
taken care of financially. His need was something else. So that's where the relationship changed. And so by him pastoring a church, then these kids.
What church?
He
You only got 6 people.
Okay.
It's a mission. A mission.
He's passing his mission. and his wife dresses in those little long dresses with blonde hair and looking all first lady. It's like a first lady.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
and he has his flamboyant suit on, flamboyant colors, but conservative in style, and trying to play the role, his grandson was brought up in the church, so singing and drumming and playing piano. That's they got a stage to play, and this is what happens with a lot of church folks. With our people, the only place it seems that we can get a stage to play on is in the church,
Right.
and because the church provides that.
Yes.
What else do the conscious community have for them?
Exactly.
A conscious hood, whatever you want to call it. What do we have for them?
Come on.
So they that's where he is.
Okay. But y'all see it in him though.
Oh yeah, he's dressed.
Oh, yeah,
He's
you
got
see
the
it.
locks, and he is discovering some history on Facebook, and YouTube, maybe. So he kind of lets it out every now and then.
Okay. Do you see any of your children, Sister Nefru, picking up some of your energy and the clairvoyance and really?
Yeah.
My daughter,
My daughter's,
the
the oldest daughter, she's into the healing and smudging and feeding the ancestors. My youngest daughter, she's in the military, so that requires a certain kind of mind.
Right.
Okay, so but she does do the feeding of the ancestors. But again, she's in the military,
Right.
and that's in a
Right.
very Euro set mind.
Mm-hmm.
But her children, they saw me do it, and they go to the window. When their grandmother passed away, now they go and place the food for their ancestors, and especially for their granny, on the table.
Mm.
And so that is, I am so proud
Mm-hmm.
of my girls doing this for their children to see,
Mm-hmm.
to continue this. My oldest daughter is also somewhat Afrocentric. I mean, she wears the clothes, head wrap. She's got her locks. So she's doing her, she's going it her way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's doing it.
Okay.
And she also does meditations and cleaning house, so to speak, and she wanted to be a part of our group, you know, but that wouldn't be too good, you know. I try to encourage her to start her own group. I would help her,
Oh, that'd be good.
you know, because she needed to reach people on her age group and at that level.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't want to be in a conflict between me and her.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there would be.
Yeah. Oh,
There
okay.
would be.
Yeah.
There would be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
That's a blessing to see it, you know, continue, because that's where it's, you know, it continues through the bloodline.
That's right.
And, you know, they're the ones that just have to
Keep nurturing it.
keep nurturing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's, like you said, without that respect for the elders and what we have to give to the people that comes after, you know, after us, it's not going, you know what I mean? We lose some of that. We don't
That's
want to
right.
lose that,
That's right.
especially when...
It took me so long to get there that I certainly don't want my children to, I want my children to benefit from what I've learned.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to go through what I did.
Exactly. And I
so
think
they can get it a little bit faster.
I was just gonna
pass
say, and
on
I
to
think
their
they'll get it
kids.
a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grandma T, so I know within your family you see that, but do you see someone in the community that you work with now that you can pass this torch on to, you know, as you start to slow down? God forbid that you slow down too much. But do you see anybody that you are communing with now that might can take this torch on here in Louisville? From
I
you?
think Dr. Sarah would be. I think he's going to show enthusiasm. But also, we have a lieutenant. Huh?
Patanu.
Yeah, Pantana Anu.
And
And
Shabak Manel.
Shabak Manel.
Okay.
And I even believe that Nebuchadnezzar would be serious about what's going down.
She will. She almost has no
I
choice.
see about at least some names I probably can't call, but
Right.
I see at least 10 people that is around me constantly growing to take leadership
Okay.
in behalf of this community. I think the biggest thing for most of our people is to learn how to get on their own. I don't think that just the leadership, I think they got a man, but being able to establish an organization or a temple to work out of, or a way to create an office, that's where the concrete thing comes at.
Yeah, the development, like you said, you was taught to come, you know, develop churches, and that's the same organization of development that one's is not really.
And see, in my profession, I was a church developer. Okay, I came in where Barry Land was at and created churches. That was my skill. That's what they trained me for.
So that's what you're doing in the community.
And that's what I'm doing through the concept of, I'll say Moorish, but I also say Afrocentricity.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's ancient Kemetic.
Yes.
Resurrection.
I look at it in ways. Just the other day, I think I got a brother that he's powerful, the old man. He's powerful. He's really putting a structure together. We're gonna create new homes and stuff. We're really coming up to get ready to do something.
Okay.
And
This would be
I
right up your.
I changed
Really?
the name.
Really?
I changed the name to the understanding of ancient Kemetic Morals and Culture Institute.
Okay.
All right.
Subsidiary understanding in behalf of housing, real estate,
Okay.
land development.
That's right.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
That's what we need.
We gonna do some positive things now where we will take Germantown and change it to Afrocentric concepts and property and money and banking. Okay? Where the treasure is also the power.
That's right.
Okay? All this talk and no greenbacks, you're wasting your time.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You gotta have energy.
You got to
move it.
create economics.
That's right.
Okay? This man here is the man is a genius. In fact, he's the one who got her the job where she's at now, managing housing. I just think now.
You know my position
Just happened the last two
is in
two
housing,
years.
housing
Wow.
coordinator.
Why did you think I said what I said?
Yeah, that's my position.
He is president
See,
of the board of housing.
that's right.
And you talk about a wise old man. And if there's opposition facing him, he listens. He'll lean across the table. He listens. He got you. He shows you that you have his attention.
Right.
And then all the stuff that you put up,
He just
he tears
one
it
by
down.
one.
Yes, I know.
One by one. And he'll undress you and dress you up.
The man is about investment.
Right.
Okay? Property. Okay? We need to learn more about it.
That's right.
That's what he's
Okay.
been talking for a
We
long
need to
time.
develop
Mm-hmm.
and create and stop thinking.
Local city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You're right.
So here we're growing, but we're also educating mind to take the opportunity to be in place to do the work. So we got something going here. And it ain't just talk,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
okay? It's investment. Okay?
That's right.
That's
And
where
we're
it's at.
teaching Moorish understanding with all this going on. We're going to show you, we're not talk, we're going to give you evidence. We're going to build all around you and let you know we're Moors. And we're making it happen.
That's it.
Ain't about no club stuff, okay?
That's right.
That's fine.
My daddy used to say, talk is